in the light heavyweight division between Stuart Ritchie, the big bombing Bronx brawler from the red corner, up against Delainey Park, who they call public enemy number one. Let's rock and roll in the first round. Stuart leading in with a nice high left round kick. Oh, perfectly timed front kick there by Delainey Park. Really found the mark on the abdomen of Stuart Ritchie. Spinning back kick by Park. Some wild hands by Delainey Park.
Delainey Park just showing Stuart Ritchie that he can box himself. Here we see him really going to work and not giving Stuart Ritchie an inch.
Well, Delainey really looks on his game tonight. He's here for business and he wants to take care of it.
That's it, Stewie. Pick it up. Head down.
Talking to one of Delainey Park's sparring partners a little while back, they told me that Delainey actually likes to get a little bit of training done in the nightclubs by really dancing up a sweat. So we'll just see if those feet, those dancing feet of his will carry him in good stead here tonight.
In the neutral corner, Stuart Ritchie going to work downstairs and upstairs. Delainey ties him up. And your third man in centre ring, Michael Vukovic, just there to break up both men, keep it nice and clean. Another front kick by Delainey. Hits in the high left round kick.
Underneath the left leg. Use your hands. Cut him off, don't you? Cut him off, right leg when he goes.
Big right hand by Delainey, found the mark on the side of the head of Stuart Ritchie, forced to cover up. And he just jabs at that front kick again, leads him with a big right hand. Delainey Park looking to be in control of this contest so far. The end of the first round, Mark the Hammer. A good round for Delainey Park.
Certainly was, Michael. I'd have to say Delaney's workload was just a little bit too high. Stuart Ritchie just standing there and letting Delainey just score on him one too many times for my liking. Delainey Park certainly looks to be on his game here tonight. Here we see the replay, big overhand rights, and that one landing and just following it up. Nice round kick, and also Delainey Park using those front kicks to great effect. There you see the front kick, just not letting Stuart Ritchie get in close enough to unleash those boxing moves of his, just keeping him away and keeping busy is Delainey Park.
Let's rumble in the second round of light heavyweight action between Delainey Park out of the blue corner and Stuart Ritchie out of the red corner.
Holding, do not hold. Fight!
Nice front kick off the lead leg there by Delainey. Stuart Ritchie bridging the gap, moving in to work the body rips.
Step back.
Front kick, round kick combination by Ritchie. Didn't quite have the desired effect. Buries him with those hands to the abdomen.
When I say break, break. Don't hold.
And there's 2 warnings from the referee so far for holding by Delainey Park.
Hands up, straight on him, don't go back.
Certainly that's what cost Delainey the fight last time. Against Stuart Ritchie was the holding. He hung on, and the referee at that time was Bruce Haynes, decided to take a point off. And at the end, in the final scorecard, it certainly was a telling factor, and that cost Delainey Park the fight. Let's hope that doesn't happen here again tonight.
Ritchie with the big right hand. Delaney forced to cover up over in the red corner. Goes to there, a nice chopping leg kick by Stuart Ritchie. You can bet Delaney Park got that one.
Break! Break!
Come on, let him fight, ref. Come on.
And whereas Delainey Park was the aggressor in the first round, it looks like Stuart Ritchie doing most of the damage so far in the second round.
Stuart Ritchie is just walking through Delaney's defences, getting in there and working the range that he's comfortable, which is of course the punching range. Delaney Park, on the other hand, he's still throwing the kicks out, which is good score, but he's just letting Stewie get in a little bit too tight.
Come on, dude! What are you doing? And again!
Nice front kick to end the round there by Delainey Park. Mark the Hammer. I feel that Stuart Ritchie getting the nod on the judges' card in that round. More impressive round for him.
I don't know if I'd give him the nod. I'd say it was an even round. He worked some good hand techniques. Delainey certainly threw out some kicks. But all in all, it was a very even round. And Stuart Ritchie coming back. Here we see the replay. Ritchie leading in with the left and right, working the legs in underneath, which is always good. Bailing up Delainey on the ropes and then going to work, which is, of course, what he's comfortable doing, taking the leg out there, which is a very good anticipation, seeing the opposite leg come up and taking the leg that's bearing all the weight.
Let's get it on in the third and final round of action. Delaney opens up with a front kick, didn't quite come off, goes downstairs with a chopping leg kick. Ritchie felt that one, turned his back momentarily. You can't do that in the ring.
Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back. Come on, fight. Come on,
Another snapping front kick there by Delainey Park, and again off the front leg. Oh, he popped that one up on the jaw. It was well timed by Delainey Park.
Certainly Delainey Park will whip those front kicks right up to the face if you give him the opportunity. Often they just fall short, but one of those lands on the mouth or the nose region will certainly bring a tear to your eye.
Well, he's got those big long legs, Delainey Park, and the front kick is such an effective weapon. Of course, one which you employed quite regularly in your career, Mark the Hammer.
That's correct, Michael. Thanks for that mention. And yes, it was one of my favourite techniques.
We see 3 front kicks there in a row by Delainey, really putting that technique to work.
They'll really keep your opponent off you. They're a technique, they're a kick that doesn't take a lot of effort. Just have to pop it out there, and it's also a great self-defence technique just to keep an opponent, an attacker, off you on the street as well. It is a universal martial art technique, of course, is the front kick. It's taught in all disciples, and here's what we didn't want to happen to Delainey Park, of course, was that point off for holding. And dare I say it could again cost him the fight.
An unfortunate point deduction for Delainey Park, and Stuart Ritchie trying to bridge the gap, moving close and work those hands to the head and body of Delainey Park.
Delaney really needs to put Stuart Ritchie down for the count now to make up the points here. Michael Vukovic just ostracising Delaney there for holding the game and not stopping when called.
Ritchie backs him into the neutral corner right in front of our commentary position, tries to work the ribs to the ribs. Delaney fires out a left hook, his ribs are hurting. Ritchie bombing in on him. That's the end of the third and final round of action. Mark the Hammer, Stuart Ritchie coming home very strongly.
He certainly did. Stuart Ritchie just came home there. It was another good even contest. I'd have to say, had that point not been taken, it could have been a different outcome. Once again, it was very similar to the fight these guys had a few weeks back. And I would have liked to see it go on the distance without any points being taken off, because I feel it could have been a different outlook. Here we see Stuart Ritchie just getting in where he's comfortable and going to work on Delainey Park. And Delainey Park certainly feeling those body rips. Stuart Ritchie knows how to execute him. He's really pivoting his body well, whipping those punches in, picking the gap. And that's where he's comfortable, and that's what he's good at. And he certainly employed that to great effect tonight.
We have a sports winner from the red corner, Stuart